Hi, Vashon Borich here, coming from my home office. In the background here is Kalijah, my cigar store Indian and office mate. Today I wanted to talk about being stuck, specifically being stuck because of your fears and how you can overcome those. So a lot of us, we have a big decision. Maybe there's a pro and con list that you're going over and over in your mind, and you can't quite make a decision because either there's too many variables or there's a fear there, be it a fear of success, a fear of failure, a fear of what your peers think, a fear of what your family thinks. So those types of things play on our mind, and they prevent us from moving forward to accomplish the goal. So here's some tips that I hope will help you in that decision-making process and in overcoming your fears. So the first is to uncover your hidden fears about the project or goal. In order to move forward, you need to understand exactly what your fear is. It's unique for everyone, what you're afraid of with each of your goals. So, write down on paper, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid that it's going to fail? Are you afraid that it's going to jeopardize something else in your life? Are you afraid of what others think? What is it that you fear? And circle the ones that seem to be holding you back. The second thing is to keep your anxiety in perspective. When you're making a big decision, it's not always black and white. For instance, if you're thinking about starting a new business, the one thought that might go through your head is, well, I'm not really good at computers. I don't think I can accomplish this type of business because it requires a lot of internet work and I don't have a lot of technology experience. I've heard this from somebody else, so I brought it up. The truth is that you don't necessarily have to have all the skills in order to be successful. In fact, most successful people who have done wonders with their business will be the first to admit that they did not have all or most of the skills to be successful. But what they did have was a goal, and they had people that they could count on that could handle the projects that they were not good at. And I thought that was a wonderful way to look at it. You may not have all the answers, but there's somebody out there who does. And if you're willing and open to using other people to help you along the way, you can overcome most of those fears. Where we get stuck is believing we have to know it all. We have to have all the answers. We have to have researched it and assured ourselves that we're making the right decision. But the truth is that you can research something to death, but if you're not taking steps to your goal, you're never going to get unstuck. All right, so let's go to the third one, and that's, do what you fear in small doses. So, let's go back to a fear of public speaking. If you're afraid of that, find an opportunity to do a little bit of public speaking. Maybe there's a group or organization you belong to in which you could stand up and do a short speech about something or talk about your service or your business. So put yourself in a position where you get to challenge those fears. Fourth, commit to thinking about your goal or project for an hour. And specifically, I want you to think that you've already accomplished your goal or your project or your dream, and you've made the decision and you're doing it. And as you think about, that you've accomplished your goal, then, think about what's making you happy. If you have two decisions that you're trying to make, focus on one for an hour and then write down how you feel, like you've already accomplished it. And then focus on the other for an hour and write down how you feel. And compare the two. And oftentimes our gut feeling is our inner self telling us which direction we need to go in life. And I do believe that right there will help you more than anything in overcoming that fear. All right, and then the fifth thing is trust that you already know what to do. As a woman and somebody who loves to research, oftentimes I will research something to death on the internet to find, all the potential scenarios and this, that, and the other before I make a final decision. And that slows me down. And, really what should happen, and I'm getting better at it, is that I should trust that I already have the skills and the tools and the talents in order to accomplish whatever it is that I need to do. You may not have all of the skills that you need for a specific scenario, but you do have resources, you have the capability to learn new things, you have people that you can call, and focus on that rather than trying to have all the answers up front. Focus on taking steps towards reaching your goal. And soon you'll find that you've overcome your fear and you're fearless and you're free, because being fearless with your goal will lead you to a life of freedom. Have a great day.